So guys, Splitgate 2 just dropped their gameplay reveal trailer where a bunch of people got to playtest the game. We got a first glimpse at actual gameplay. Into this video I'm going to be breaking all that down, going over some of the classes that were revealed in this gameplay as well as their abilities and then some maps and weapons as well. But before we get into all the details, as usual, if you're going to enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, as it's free to do and really does help me out here a ton, and a lot of you who watch aren't actually subscribed. So if you could do that, I would very much appreciate it. But with all that being said, let's jump into it. So obviously, this is a sequel to Splitgate 1, which came out a couple of years ago now, I believe. It was basically a mix of Halo and Portal, combining those two games into its own, which was really, really fun. Now they're coming out with a sequel, which seems to be just adding more to what was already there in terms of just classes, new weapons, and just a more polished game. So let's first talk about the brand new classes and abilities and stuff that you're going to be seeing in the gameplay here. If you look at the bottom right, you can see the HUD layout and you can see two abilities as well as an ultimate ability, and then you've also got weapons as well. You've got a primary and a secondary weapon, two basic abilities, and then an ultimate. The ultimate seems to be unique for each class. The first ability, which is on RB or any button on your keyboard, seems to be something related to the portals, which is coming back from Splitgate 1, where there would be these walls which you could shoot at and they would generate a portal, and then you would shoot another wall and then the portals would link up. And then you've also got your LB ability, which seems to be unique for each of the classes. So first, let's talk Aero, which is the first major class here. It says that they're fast, agile, and portal masters. In the gameplay, you can see that they have their E being the portal ability, G is like this whirlwind looking icon, and then Q is their ultimate, which seems to increase their movement speed by a little bit, similar to like an Octane stim from Apex Legends. E, pretty self-explanatory, it's the portals from the first game. They don't actually use the G where it's the little whirlwind icon, but later on we do see that the icon changes to like a knife looking thing. This seems to be like a pocket heal, so then you can just like quickly get a little heal off so that when you're running and gunning, if you don't have a Meridian with you, you can just heal yourself and keep on being that solo player if you want to. That's it for the Aero. Moving on to the Meridian, like I mentioned, this is more of a healer and spotter class. Its ultimate ability seems to be wall hacks, so you can just get like a red outlined live ping of enemies within the radius of the ping itself. Also got your portal ability once again on E, and then you've got a healing grenade as well as a time dome as your secondary ability. Healing grenade is pretty self-explanatory. You throw it on the ground and then it will heal you, but it seems to also leave the grenade on the ground as well, and it seems to be a continuous healing dome effect, which is quite cool. And then the time dome is what's actually really interesting. You throw it on the ground and it will create this dome, which when you stand in it will increase your rate of fire and movement speed, but when enemies stand in it, their movement will be decreased, so it's going to be very, very good. Seems that you don't have a large like throw radius on it, so you do need to be quite close to the enemy if you want to trap them in it, or you'll need to be smart with your placement of it to be able to catch enemies within it. But yeah, seems very, very cool. Very interested in trying out Meridian when it comes out. And then finally, for the main classes here, we have Sabrask, which is more of a defender and fragger unit. They have for their ultimate a wall similar to the Titan Barricade in Destiny 2, which is a one-way bulletproof wall, so you can shoot through it, but enemies can't shoot you through it, which is quite cool. I've also once again got your portals, so all classes have access to the portals from Splitgate 1, and then your secondary ability seems to be grenades. Each class seems to have two secondary abilities, like Meridian, they have the Time Dome and the Healing Grenade. We only see one ability for Eros and Sabrask in this gameplay trailer, but in the first trailer you do see Eros being able to like automatically throw down like a little pocket portal. So normally with portals you have to shoot the actual walls that makes the portal, but they seem to be able to have their own like deployable portal which they can make anywhere, which is quite cool. Other Sabrask abilities we do not know quite yet, apart from the grenade and the barricade. So very interested to see what the other Sabrask ability is, and if there are even more abilities coming later down the line for these other classes, or if they'll add even more classes. The Trinity of 3 seems to be quite good, but in the gameplay you're seeing that it is a 4v4 game mode, so there might be a fourth class coming later, so then you can get one of each, but we're not too sure yet. Final note is that there are obviously new maps and new weapons. The main weapon that I am very excited to get my hand on is the Split Stream. This seems to be an SMG that you can then like split in half to then have akimbo SMGs. Looks really, really cool. There are other new weapons as well as returning weapons from Splitgate 1, which you might have noticed from the gameplay. And then obviously there are brand new and updated maps, which just look absolutely beautiful. And then finally, alongside all that, they'll be live streaming Splitgate 2 on August the 14th at 12 p.m. PT, 3 p.m. ET, live on their Twitch channel. So if you want to see more gameplay, go and watch them live on August 14th. They might have some more information. Hopefully, tease stuff about possibly an open beta or something like that. I thought that'd be really, really cool so that we can get our hands on this game because it looks so fun. That though is everything for this video, going over the trailer and all that stuff. That's it from me here today. So catch you guys in the next one.